Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a bit of a review slash quick tip slash wish I'd thought of it sooner than this. And basically I have a sort of an idea for you of what to do with your ultra sticky or even the normal sticky grid mat that Altenew came out with. And this particular grid mat is this section here, and that actually fits inside their stamp wheel. So this is like the base piece, and then there's an acrylic, it's like a large, looks like a big flower, and that's what you would stick your stamps to. This is what your cardstock would cling to, because it's like a sticky. It's not sticky like glue sticky, it's just kind of like your photopolymer stamps. It's that sort of sticky tackiness. And that fits within the space. So you get to create all these cool designs and stuff with it, but I don't have the stamp wheel itself because I have my Tim Holtz platform. And when I was thinking about doing this, I like the idea of the sticky grid and the idea behind it being able to hold your cardstock down and also to hold your stencils then, if they're bigger than your cardstock, over the top of it. It just kind of holds everything in place, and that way you can then ink up through your different stencils and layer them up with different colors, etc. So I think that's a brilliant idea. Waffle Flower also came out with their own version, and they've got lots of different sizes, but it's the same idea. They have come out with just the mat itself, and I think theirs works with their stencil mats and the watercolor media mat that I cut up. I cut mine up. There's a video on that somewhere. But I cut mine up because of just how it was easier for me to work with. And then ironically they came out with one that looks very similar to the one I cut up. But anyway, so I like the idea of the sticky like the photopolymer mat from both companies. I don't have any from Waffle Flower yet, and I believe there are sizes that will also fit in your Misty if you have a Misty. I don't have that either. I don't have a Misty, don't have a stamp wheel. I have this bad boy, and I love my Tim Holtz platform. This thing is just, I just love it. It's kind of given me like a bit of confidence to stamp things twice, because I always have trouble with the other stamp platform that I do have that's sort of similar-ish to a Misty style. It's also why I don't use it, because there was a whole kerfuffle over that a while ago, a few years ago. So I won't use it in my videos, but I honestly don't use it anyway, because I never get that clear image stamped, because it tends to, even with the magnets, it tends to shift things. Now with the Tim Holtz one, you also get magnets, which again, I had the same problem. So I, in the meantime, had been using just temporary dot adhesive that I literally ran as it came in like a runner, and I just ran it along the base platform, so this grey bit. And that works for the most part to hold my cardstock in place enough that I can get all my images stamped, and I can stamp them more than once. Perfect. So that worked for me for the longest time. But when Altenew and Waffle Flower started bringing out these like sticky photopolymer mats, obviously this is like a replacement to your the whole stamp wheel, so this is like your consumable bit. I think you can get a replacement for the acrylic bit as well. But when they came out with that, it suddenly dawned on me that actually maybe that's the answer. Maybe I just need to get one of those, then I can use my stencils and my cardstock, and it just all holds in place, instead of having to stick down pieces of paper and then stick down your stencil, and you've seen me do that. But this is the coolest bit. And the part of this that I really did not even, I just thought I was really clever. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thought of this, but if you haven't, then, and you have a stamp platform and you have this, this measures 7.5 inch square. So if you have something that size, whether this is or the Waffle Flower one, this is what I did in my stamp platform. I've tested it, it works. I'm so excited about this. So I used my Stamp Wheel Ultra Sticky Grid Mat, which comes with these covers, one with a grid on it, which you can leave on if you want to use it that way. I put it into my Tim Holtz platform. But what I had to do, because there is the depth of this sticky mat, what I did was on the Tim Holtz one, you have, I'm just going to take it off here, you have two sides. You have one that says rubber, so if you can read it, that's the side for your rubber stamps, and then because you can take the lid off, it is a clear side. So normally you would use this side if you wanted to just use your clear stamps and your paper straight on here using magnets or sticky, like a sticky sheet or something. But because this grid mat gives a bit of height, I just thought maybe this was kind of like the height of the foam on a red rubber stamp. So I turned this round and put it to the rubber side. Hey presto, it works. So now I can add my piece of paper here. I don't happen to have a piece of paper near me, but you can stick your piece of paper to this, it will cling to it. You can then lay your stamp on top of it like you would normally do in a stamp platform. Then you close this, pick up your stamp it down, and it holds the paper in place. So I don't have to fiddle and faff with magnets, because like I say, I've just never had any luck with that anyway. And now I have this lovely sticky thing. If it gets dirty, you just clean it up, it's not an issue. But also, if I want to use my red rubber stamps, because I do have a few of those, I'll just peel this off and just take it out, use it, and then put it back in for when I want to use my clear ones. And also it doesn't stick. The lid isn't sticking to the grid mat. So I thought that was kind of fun. I thought I'd show you. And then the other thing I want to show you is that there is I guess a right and a wrong side. There's a smooth side, which is the one you want facing up, and underneath is this sort of textured, gritty kind of thing. So I just stick that face down, hello, to this, which is what you would do in the stamp wheel if you have the stamp wheel. So that's an alternative if you have the Tim Holtz. This is the large one, the sort of original size, not the travel one. But if you have that and you have either the Altenew stamp wheel grid mat, or you have one of the waffle flowers, I'm assuming that one will work the same way. But I've not got one to try it yet. So if you do have these two things, they will work together really, really nicely. And I'm really quite chuffed with that because it means that if I want to use my stencils, not my stamps, so you know, just because it's the stamp platform from Tim Holtz, you just take the lid off, and then this is just your base that you would work with your stencils and inking and everything, and the lid won't get in the way. So that was the other thing I quite liked about this idea. So there you go, just a quick tip, although nearly 10 minutes long because, you know, I talk a lot. But just a quick tip: if you have this platform and this sticky grid mat, you can work the two together and it's beautiful. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that this kind of gave you some ideas of what else to do with the sticky grid mat. If you don't have the main stamp wheel, don't forget you can use this on its own. Like, you could just stick it to a surface. This is a glass media mat, so you could stick it direct to that if you wanted to, but for me this means that once I've finished like inking something, I can take the cardstock off and I can move this out the way, especially if I'm filming. This makes it really easy for me, and it just might make it a little quicker for you guys if you don't film videos like I do. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful, and let me know whether you guys have tried this out already. Like I say, I thought it was quite clever on my part, but I'm pretty sure I'm just late to the game. So anyway, until next time guys, keep crafting. Bye for now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I want to do a bit of a product review and also share a really cool tip with you. That's something that I just recently discovered. Thought it was pretty good on my part, but we'll see what you guys think. So there's a couple of companies that have come out with this sticky grid mat type of mat that you can use for your holding down your stencils when you're working with them to ink the ink blend onto the blah, 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 blah.